Greetings, carrier commanders. I hope this video finds you well. I'm speaking to you just towards the tail end of one of the Steam summer sales, which has put Carrier Commander 2 on a little bit of a discount, which has been great. It's been we've had a lot more new faces in the tournaments and on Discords and on the chat messages here and there, but there's one thing that has been a bit of a problem, bit of a bug for new and some returning players, which is to do with flight controls. Since the HOTAS support was introduced, which by the way the Scrim Reapers guys absolutely love, a couple of us have even built custom controllers out of bits. You know, I've got pedals, Thumble's got his own custom made joystick with special buttons. Since that update, there's been a slight problem with the keyboard bindings for flying. So previously, and like in almost any other game, WS, A and D were the keyboard bindings for manual flight control, for throttle and yaw and roll. Sorry, throttle and roll. But since the HOTAS update, that has stopped working. Fortunately, there are two relatively easy fixes that you might prefer one or the other for this. The first one, which doesn't really require you to change anything, is a mental adjustment rather than a settings adjustment, and that's that instead of using WSA and D, you switch over to using the arrow keys on your keyboard. They take over the job and do exactly the same thing as WSA and D used to. So that's great, easy, works. I tend not to prefer this way of doing things because my push to talk button for Discord and for in-game chat is over the other side of the keyboard. So if I'm using the arrow keys, I have to take my hand off the keyboard and go and fumble around and try and jab the push to talk button. So that doesn't work very well, but there is a solution to that, and that's just through remapping the flight control keys. Well, sorry, not the flight control keys, but remapping some keys. And that's really easy to do, and you can do it in-game. So you just go to the pause menu by pressing P, you go to keyboard, and over here, what we want to do is we want to change the look, up, right, down, and left key bindings, and we basically want to change these to A, D, W, and S. So left will be A, right will be D, up will be W, and down will be S. And that should restore flight behaviour to how it used to be. Yeah, here we go. And that works, and I'm right next to my push to talk button, which is brilliant. Only tiny annoyance from doing that is before A and D would scroll you left and right in the vehicle control screen, and W and S would scroll you up and down. But now A and D still do the same things, but W and S are now zoom in and zoom out. Slightly annoying, but seeing as the mouse pan in the map works really well, it's not so much of an issue. So I hope that's been handy, and see you soon.